Nothing inspires me like Haikyuu. Shonen Jump series often focus on an underdog story about someone who tries hard and is able to overcome all the obstacles to achieve their lofty goals. But if I had to pick a series as the most inspirational, it would be Haikyuu, and in this video, I want to see if there's more to the inspirational quality of Haikyuu than we might initially think. This question seems like it can be as simple as the characters try hard and so should we, but inspiration is embedded into every level of Haikyuu, and it starts with the unique character perspectives. The first thing that I want to point out is that most of the characters don't really struggle with motivation to keep going. Sure, there are times where shit gets hard and characters like Asahi and Suki struggle to commit, but the vast majority of the characters for the vast majority of the shows want to play volleyball, and even when they fail, they continue to play. For this video, there will also be full spoilers for the manga, as many of the ideas are wrapped up at the end of the story. To understand how inspiration is embedded into every aspect of Haikyuu, let's start at the ending. You can make the argument that Haikyuu has some of the best payoffs in anime, but that is a video for another time. However, understanding the inspiration for every character, you have to see where they end. The final arc with the post-time skip showdown is just the perfect ending for a series, and I love how it shows us where every character ends up. Suga becomes a teacher, Daichi a cop, and Osamu a cook. Most of the characters don't end up playing volleyball professionally, but they all still love the game and love watching it be played. Of course, we have Hinata and a slew of others who have risen to the top and have become professional volleyball players. Every character in Haikyuu has taken the passion that they once had for volleyball, or still do, and transferred it into their lives outside of the sport. This is what the core of Haikyuu's inspiration is. Everyone should try at something in life the same way that these characters give themselves to volleyball. Dedicating this amount of time to something is no simple thing. It doesn't matter if you want to dedicate your life to something, because the prospect of failing and putting in so much time into something that might not even work out can be so debilitating that you never get started in the first place. The contrast between Suki and Hinata at the start of the series highlights this. Suki doesn't try at volleyball because what's the point? Why would you ever want to try at something as dumb as this game? And on the other hand, Hinata gives it everything he has, even though there is a very realistic chance that even with all of the hard work, he may never see the court. And looking at how the two of them end the series, it's pretty clear what Faraday is saying, that the key to inspiration is taking the leap, even if you don't know where you might land. Every character comments on how inspiration can work differently depending on your circumstances. For Hinata, the inspiration comes from just getting the chance to play at all. But it is different for all the characters in the series, and that is what sets this series apart from so many other Shonen Jump shows. All of the characters are deeply inspired to continue playing volleyball. Take Ushima, for example. On the outset, you would think that a character who seems to be built in a lab to play volleyball wouldn't be the most inspirational character, but he too comments on what it means to dedicate yourself to something. Playing volleyball is the way for him to use his own personal gift and to connect with his father. He doesn't need to show it outwardly, but by putting in the hours of work to have the perfect technique, Ushima inspires us to have the same amazing attention to detail in whatever we do, and to find the thing that is unique to us and hone it so people think that we were just born lucky. Or take Bokudo, for example, my personal favorite character in the series, and one who will get his own video in the future. Bokudo explores inspiration in a couple of different ways. The first is that he loves being the center of attention and relishes being the star of the show, and that isn't a bad thing. It is okay to want to play on the center court and hope the crowd chants your name. That is an okay thing to aspire towards, but Bokudo doesn't only draw motivation from the outside, but internally as well. There's something so inspiring about the way Bokudo wants to beat whomever he finds himself in front of, and how he pushes himself so hard to reach his own personal potential in every given moment of a match. It is this same thing that he individually inspires many other characters in the series. And that mini game of competition is a great way to think about things you may do that seem mundane, but are an important part of the process. Process is really the crux of what Haikyuu is trying to get at. It is stated many times throughout the series, but the characters adhere to the process throughout the entirety of their lives. The most inspiring aspect of Haikyuu is how much the characters care about the process. It is the time spent at the camps and the day-to-day training that makes the flashier payoffs worth it. This is what is so inspiring about the series. Inspiration doesn't just come from trying hard. Inspiration comes when you are totally willing to give yourself to something no matter the results. It can be scary to take the initial leap and dive headfirst into a sport, activity, or career path. Many will laugh at you, but never forget that it is those who are brave and bold enough to even try that get to reap the wealth of experience you receive along the way. In Haikyuu, the catalyst for this is volleyball itself, and watching all of the characters and an author who deeply loves the sport makes the viewers want to do the same. But just like in anime, it is never just about one thing, and Haikyuu shows us how giving yourself to something will always lead to good things in the future. And that is what inspires me from Haikyuu. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the random tangent on inspiration, a little bit different than kind of what I normally do, but I think it's such a fundamental part about what makes Haikyuu work, and it's something that's really easy to overlook because it can seem so simple, but I still think it's really important. So I hope you enjoyed it. There will definitely be more Haikyuu videos coming in the future. Hopefully that Season 5 announcement comes soon. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.